St. Louis is in the home black uniforms. The Lou is across their chest. That's why they like those here. And VCU with the sharp gold uniforms. The lineups for today's ball game. VCU will go deep. There's no doubt about that. St. Louis will not go deep. In fact, they may not even have Kellen Thames, the outstanding sophomore from here in St. Louis, who's been battling cramping issues and hip issues. And the lineup, though, for VCU, Bamboye is surging. He's the big man in the middle. He'll jump center against Robbie Avila. Tommy Morrissey's at center court. We're ready to go. It's St. Louis and VCU, another A-10 battle. VCU is at the top spot. St. Louis would like to get to the top spot. The tip is controlled by VCU.
T-Mac right away. This whole game is about pace for VCU. And for the Lou, they cannot turn the basketball over, and they certainly can't get foul trouble.
Here's Bamasiel for three, right out of the gate, too strong. Shulga with the rebound, and he stepped out of bounds. It'll be St. Louis basketball. Ryan Odom, the head coach for VCU, has done a heck of a job. Take it over for Mike Rhodes. Mike Rhodes went on to Penn State. 40-18 in his time at VCU, but he's also had success when he was at Charlotte, Maryland, Baltimore County, Utah State. Everybody has success at Utah State.
Everyone has success at VCU. It's a great job. And, you know, we talked to him today, and, you know, you talk about Power 4, P4 jobs. He says there's nothing mid-major about VCU. It's a high-major job, and that's why he was able to keep some of his players.
Swope, they fake the handoff to him. Anya goes to the basket, shot no good. Clark with the rebound. And here come the Rams, setting up their offense. Clark thought about it, goes inside for Bamboye. Bamboye gets the roll.
And that's what he does. He's a rim runner running the floor. Anya was down and could not get back in time. Somebody's got to help him until he gets up. Too easy, but VCU time. They're going to get up and down the floor very quickly.
Early 2-0 lead. A minute got by here in the first half. Avila is a really good passer. He gets it to Swope. Swope into the paint, goes to the corner for Jimerson. His three is good. He missed a couple of those at shoot-around today, but he doesn't miss that often. The all-time leading scorer in St. Louis history, and he's also the all-time leader in threes.
Yeah, he certainly is one of the best shooters in the country. They want to get in the lane and kick to these guys, knocking down jumpers like that.
Bamasiel got it to Clark, back to Bamasiel. Quick first step from the logo. Pull up J, no good. Offensive board, which is a huge key, goes to VCU at Bamasiel.
I mean, he's just an X factor. Not only can he make shots, he can drive the basketball and really crafty in the paint.
He's also put on about 20 pounds between last year and this year, which has made him better.
Well,
that's a strong drive by Johnson.
That's Kobe Johnson. The shoulder advantage, putting it deep into Bamasiel's chest.
Phillip Russell, number one. He started his college career at St. Louis with Travis Ford. Didn't work out here. He's got about 30 friends and family that are here to watch him. He's from St. Louis. Shot clock under 10. Bamasiel off the screen. Bamasiel hovering. Bamasiel toward the paint. Clark for three. No good. Well, the rebound is ripped down by Kobe Johnson.
They gave up 22 offensive rebounds, Tom. Let me say that again.
That's
22. One-shot game is certainly important this time around.
Avila has it knocked out of bounds. It'll remain St. Louis basketball, 19 on the shot clock. Josh Schertz, his first season as the St. Louis head coach, had such great success at Indiana State. But let's face it, he's a worker. He's had great success no matter where he has gone. An excellent Division II coach before he became a Division I coach.
Yeah, I was going to say fun to talk to as well. Very smart, understands the game.
Anya up top for Avila. Avila trying to make something happen. Johnson for three. It's good.
That action, moving the basketball. They do a very good job of spreading the wealth and finding the open man. That's two open threes. VCU only giving up a little bit less than 30%. We got to find these shooters.
Russell, pull up Jay, tough shot,
so
splashes it home.
So good. He's so good at that mid-range game. He's a killer in transition, but if he comes off screens or hands off, he gets to his sweet spot. he can knock that shot down.
8-6 game, St. Louis on top. 16.5 to play in the first half. A lot of action so far. Anya into the paint, working against Bamboye, draws the foul. Let's take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Metro.
Really, it's very simple. Pace, pace, pace. VCU wants to get up and down the floor, create turnovers with their defense, slow down the big three. They really have to do a job on Jimerson, Swope, and Avila because they are the catalyst for this team in ball security. Can't turn the rock over for sure. 19 points off turnovers the last time they played. And I mentioned before, 22 offensive rebounds on. They got to do a job. There's got to be some toughness on the glass. I think that Coach Schertz has probably made that point. Be a little bit different this game.
Anya, not a great free throw shooter. Missed both of them. He's 32%, just under 33% for the year.
That's not very good, Tom.
Not very good. No.
I might be able to do it with my eyes closed.
All you analytic folks out there, that's not very good. Shulga, Bamasiel gets to the paint. Extra pass, Shulga for three. No good off the front of the rim. And the ball bobbles out of bounds. Good sign for St. Louis. They've already made a couple of threes. They lead it 8-6. Now, they need these timeouts because they don't go to their bench that often. In fact, starters' minutes per game this season, you got two different ends of the spectrum. The starters play over 32 minutes for St. Louis. That's a lot.
That certainly is. And listen, if you talk to young players, you know what they'll tell you? I don't ever want to get subbed.
Right.
But you know what they don't understand? How hard it is to play in college basketball because every single possession counts. And unfortunately for St. Louis, they don't have a choice.
Right.
You know, Josh Schertz talked earlier about the fact that they had some injuries and they're working their way through it. In VCU, that's 261 for one reason. They have depth. And that's why they're really good.
Yeah, and they utilize it so well. Bamasiel takes a seat. Darius Theus, one of the assistant coaches, going over some stuff with him. Zeb Jackson in for the first time. Also in for the first time is Christian Furman. He had some good minutes against St. Bonaventure for VCU.
And he's the reason why they're one of the best shot blocking teams in the country.
Shulga goes down low post, swings it to Clark. Jackson for three. Yes!
Wow.
That was pretty.
Big for him. Only 57 last year, the best he's ever had in his career. Usually, I don't know, 30% three-point shooter. If he's knocking down shots, it's going to be tough because he's usually an athlete that likes to get in the lane and make plays.
VCU takes the lead by one. Swope to Johnson. Hands it up to Jimerson. That's a good matchup, Shulga and Jimerson. McContry along the baseline. Yeah, there's Shulga. Again, his defense has improved from last year to this year.
Yeah, just a smart player that's high basketball IQ. They know that on that hammer pass, you got to get to the baseline.
How about that body control? It just didn't go down.
You said before, just can do anything with the basketball. And now that he's doing it on the defensive end, that makes him extremely tough.
Jimerson covered by Jackson. Avila, he can trigger the offense from that spot. He's working against Zeb Jackson.
Yeah, got a mismatch here.
Backing his way in, the help came. Swope, shot fake three. It's in and out. And Clark with the rebound. There were about 3 seconds there where I was thinking it was going to go down. And again on the other ends.
Both spun around and out.
Backdoor, Kobe Johnson on a beautiful pass from Swope.
Just high IQ basketball players playing for Josh Schertz. That's what you have to be.
Johnson with 7 early points. St. Louis with the lead by 1.
Got a chance to watch them practice yesterday. These guys are connected at a high level. They certainly do a great job with their coach. Shot clock going down.
Shulga throws it up, no good. Rebound pulled down by McContry. Here's Jimerson into the open floor. He'll pull it back out for three. Dangerous. And it rims in and out.
Josh Schertz is the kind of guy I like to play for.
Well, you talked about practice and shoot around.
Yes.
Practice somewhat intense the day before a game. Shoot around as relaxed a shoot around as you will ever see. Here's Furman underneath. Furman trying to get position, and he does. And he lays it in.
Just finish. It's what he does so well. Get to that dunker spot. Catch it on drives.
How about
my goodness.
Swoop just speeding right by Furman.
Swoop just swooping by. Furman, as I said before, is a excellent shot blocker. Swoop unafraid, going with the left.
So Swope came into this game with 1,419 career points. He's been at 3 schools, was with Josh Schertz last year at Indiana State. Swope averaging 16.7 per game, 15 in Atlantic 10 play, and he's called for the foul. He and Russell bang knees.
Tell right now this crowd is just looking to get into this game for sure. It's a huge game for them. VCU picked to win this league. I mean, they're 45 Ken Palm right now. It's great for the league. Great for the league. Obviously, this would be an unbelievable win for them to come on the road and beat a very good St. Louis team.
So some substitutions for St. Louis. Avila will check out. Picard will check in for the Billikens. They'll also bring in Dylan Warlick, who's played now in 12 games. He's number 33. They wanted to redshirt him this year, but because of all the injuries, they've had to play him this year. That's
tough. You know, sometimes that happens. They will give that up to Zeb Jackson to keep him out of the lane. For sure. And you mentioned this. They had to bring players who you think about redshirt. He's determined. He must have heard you talk about it, Tom.
Left-handed hook shot.
I couldn't even get it out. I'm like, Tom, he's determined.
That was a thing of beauty.
Wow.
It's only his 8th made field goal this year.
Warlick's like, I'm showing my folks in Oklahoma what I can do.
Seriously.
On national TV. Man.
Shoga trying to work against Jimerson. Goes down low post. Caught in a triple team. Zeb Jackson going to the bucket. Blocked away by Picard. They'll call a foul on St. Louis.
That's what Zeb Jackson does so well. He wants to drive into creases, slice and dice, and use that athleticism to get fouls. See him driving hard. Who's that foul on, Tom?
I think it's on Jimerson.
Definitely not on Picard.
Yeah, it's Jimerson. And Zeb Jackson goes to the free throw line.
Sitting here, the Chaffetz Arena. Dr. Chaffetz is right next to us. He's giving us the eye, saying that was not a foul. I told him I was going to have to restrain him today.
Zeb makes the first free throw, 84% from the line.
It's just attack mode at all times, this VCU squad. And when you can bring a guy like Zeb Jackson Jr. off the bench, Chris Furman off the bench, you are tough. Michael Bill as well. And it's just a lot of athletes, Tom. Play within themselves, play their role, and they get after you.
Swope, Jimerson off the glass. It's good. And he's fouled by Zeb Jackson.
Ryan Odom says, what did he do? Verticality, great curl cut to the rim, off the window for Joe Bama. So he had 4 threes in that game, only 1 for 3 right now, holding him at bay. And that's what it's going to take, a tough, physical, defensive team. But Ryan Odom and his group, he mentioned earlier, Tom, he says runs. They don't know when the runs are going to come, but those runs are there. That's what St. Louis has to worry about.
Yeah, so far VCU with 2 offensive rebounds. Talking to Ryan Odom today, he said we have to be disruptive, but we cannot foul. Discipline when being disruptive. They just fouled Jimerson, who will go to the line and finish a 3-point play as Bamaseal's about to check back into the game.
For St. Louis, it's all about controlling the pace of the game. And you mentioned about being disruptive with discipline. VCU wants the game at a more frenetic pace, up and down, so they can create turnovers and havoc.
Yeah, that doesn't happen often for Jimerson. He's an 85% free throw shooter. Missed that one. He and Shoga are very similar from the free throw line for their careers. Shoga thought about a 3. Jennings bumped up top for Bell for 3. Short. Rebound tipped out, and Shoga called for the over the back. It's a shame, too, because that tip went in.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Bell, an athlete, not really a 3-point shooter. They'll take that all day long. The question is, do you have to rebound? And that's what they're doing a great job of. Jimerson putting a body. You got to put that. That's what comes when it comes to rebounding, particularly defensive rebounding. You finish plays with toughness. That means you tag someone, put a body on them. And there's that turnover situation we're talking about right there you have to worry about.
Yeah, Kobe Johnson just threw it away onto his bench. St. Louis up by 3. VCU with the basketball. Avila is going to check back into the game. So he goes in for Picard.
Definitely the pace that St. Louis wants. We'll see. VCU, their stars have not been able to shine as of yet.
Warlick called for the foul. That'll be the 3rd team foul for the Billikens. Jackson to Bamisiel, covered by Swope. Bamisiel for 3. And the rebound, Bamboye. He just throws it up as he's bumped to the ground. Probably should have been a foul there.
No question. Coach Shirt's about to lose his shirt there.
Zeb Jackson, fadeaway jumper, no good. Offensive board by Jennings. And one of the smaller fellows on the floor is able to get it off the glass.
Yeah, the freshman using his size and athleticism there. That's a freshman on freshman. Come out of the game for that, because that is a no-no given what happened in the Siegel Center.
Ball saved on the baseline by Jennings. We saw Jennings last week against Rhode Island. He had some really good minutes in that game.
You have to bring your hard hat when you play against that team in goal. Like, they get after you. They're relentless. Turnover margin, I mean, they get after you. Points off turnovers. They want to steal. They put hands on you.
Johnson will inbound. Gets it to Anya. And now Swope up top.
Switch the ball screen. Got a mismatch now.
Swope, step back, Jay, no good off the side of the iron. Bamisiel with the rebound, and he'll run.
Jack Clark, 6'10". I don't like that shot by Swope at all. Gives Aviles inside.
Here's Clark, his 3 no good. They're cold from beyond the arc right now, which has enabled St. Louis to maintain this lead. Swope, nice hesitation. Boy, Jennings, his hands are quick tonight. UEFA Champions League match day. Mayhem is here tomorrow at 2 Eastern. Juventus and Benfica square off on CBS Sports Network. And for the first time ever, catch all 18 matches all at once on Paramount Plus for the final round of league phase.
They'll find the ball to get the ball inside. Davila, they got to start to establish him. Got to get that ball up. I'm just trying to throw it. A bounce pass. He's got a smaller defender on him. That's the strength of their defense, because they have so much length and athleticism. They have so much depth. It's really hard to develop a rhythm against VCU.
Inbounds goes to Avila. He can make things happen. His pass down low, though, is cut off by Zeb Jackson. Good defense by VCU.
That's why you never want to spin in tight quarters. Help uphill. Good job there with the anticipation to get the steal.
Bamboye.
Back him down.
Working against Jimerson. Boy, he's got some ups, doesn't he? He missed that shot, but he was up there.
Yeah, but give Jimerson credit. Again, he just held his ground. Look at Swope, just determined. So fast.
Swope is fouled on the floor by Zeb Jackson. That'll be his 2nd foul.
Some guards just have that gear. See, a little hezzy. Again, you're one of the best shot blocking teams in the country. If you're Zeb Jackson, just allow him to shoot the shot. Bamboye will block that.
Swope, quick first step.
Just an attacker with the basketball at all times.
They go to Avila. Avila try to tuck pass down low, and it's picked up by Bamisiel. Bamisiel to the corner. Jennings for 3, no good. On the offensive board, kicked around. Bamboye, he gets it off the ground. Shot clock is at 10. Bamisiel spinning in the paint, lost control, picked up by Clark. Down to the baseline, Bamboye. Boy, he probably should have taken that shot. Bamisiel's runner is in and out.
Oh, man. These guys are just relentless on the glass. They got to box out, and that's what happens. Another box out. Great job there. Swope. Bamisiel coming over the back. They might have talked about that. What do you think, Tom? Because that's like 3 or 4 times now that has happened. Textbook. It doesn't happen every single time, but just you stay down. You don't grab them with your hands. use your tush to root him out. See, Avila's coming out of the game. He's struggling a little bit, trying to find a rhythm against this attacking defense. They're showing him different looks. He's got to try to figure it out. We got to slow down, Tom.
Yeah, he's on the bench. Avila is with no points. Jimerson, hesitation. Jimerson wanted to get it to Anya, but he fell down. They get it right to him. Jimerson off the glass with the extra pass.
That tremendous pass by the Brown transfer right there, dropping a dime. Jimerson is so good at just moving out the basketball. It's not just about making threes. He's also a guy that knows how to cut. Very high basketball IQ.
Warlick is going to be called for his second foul. All right, take a look at this last bucket for St. Louis.
You see right there, they're denying. Shoga's doing a good job of denying. Someone has to be on the weak side. That person was Russell, number one, not there in time. Easier said than done because the Lou has shooters out there and they spread you out. I like calling them the Lou. I like that.
Well, it's on their jersey. They like it too.
It's like Nelly, the Lou.
There's Shoga, switched hands,
so
got
good.
the roll. What a shot that was.
It's crafty, so good, and that's what they do, just get in the lane. Shoga, because these guys can make threes, right? When they get in the lane, they got big guards that can score as well.
Well, within one, first bucket for Shoga. Johnson off the screen. Jimerson step back three, no good against his former high school teammate. He and Bamasil spent 1 year at St. Christopher's in Richmond. And that's out of bounds off Jimerson's hands. 7:42 to play here in the first half. It's a good game so far. Some pretty good players.
Yes, they have. And Tom, we've done a lot of A-10 games, a lot of St. Louis games. This kid is very consistent. Always been one of my favorite players because he can really shoot the basketball, and he's a tough competitor.
Shoga will inbound along the baseline. Furman back to Shoga. Thought about a three.
One of their favorite plays. Good job of guarding that handoff off the inbounds. This guy here's got to get going.
Yeah, Russell again started his college career here at St. Louis. Three is no good. Rebound by Kobe Johnson. Now 1 for 12 from beyond the arc.
Yeah, I mean, again, Russell can knock down tough shots. I thought that was a tough one, particularly coming out of the timeout. He can get a better one than that.
Avila has a size advantage against Shoga. Shoga's an excellent defender, though. Furman comes with the help. Extra pass for Jimerson. Step back three. No good. And over the back against Anya for St. Louis.
Just those tough shots to make. I mean, Jimerson obviously can make them, but VCU, they'll take that all day long.
Phillip Russell. We asked Ryan Odom, did he have any conversations with Russell before today? He said, no, you know, he's been around for a long time. He said, I've had guys who return home. They've had good games. They've had bad games. He said he's unbelievably competitive. That's the big thing. He's got 31 friends and family here. His mom, his dad, his grandparents. As Swope is called for the foul against Bamasil. And here is Russell when he played for Travis Ford.
Wow.
At St. Louis.
We're in that era now.
We are.
And they move it definitely mobile, and he's shining right now at VCU.
But he made a great business decision because he was not given a scholarship here at St. Louis as Bamasil converts into the paint. So he transferred to Southeast Missouri, became an all-conference player there, and then transferred to VCU. VCU with the lead.
You get the mismatch here on Russell, but they're going to come with the double.
Avila doesn't get the bounce. Furman with the rebound.
Just got to take his time and maybe get a little bit deeper. Maybe post him on the box. Give him a better angle so all of the help can't see him. He's worried about them attacking him.
Clark into the paint. Kept his pivot foot, I guess.
Yeah, everyone thought he was a travel there. Like it slid a little bit. Got a big-time official crew. Not sure if they didn't miss that one.
Showing a turnaround jumper. No good. Another offensive board for VCU.
And you're talking about VCU struggling from three right now. You cannot allow them to continue to get extra possession after extra possession.
Bamasil has it blocked away, and the rebound is ripped out of the air by Anya. Avila to Johnson. Johnson going right to the rim. Oh, it's blocked from behind. That's a goaltending.
This game is certainly played at the pace that St. Louis wants. Look at the score. VCU only has 19 points. Obviously, that's a product of them not being able to make a three-point shot. See, getting to the rim, you see Furman, just one of the best shot blockers in the league. Just getting there a little bit late, but they're just attacking them. Think about it, they're the best shot blocking team in the league, and St. Louis is not afraid to attack them.
Yeah, averaging nearly 6 blocks per game. Shoga's runner off the front of the rim, got his own rebound, gets Avila off his feet, and he's fouled going up.
And on what, Tom? Another offensive rebound.
Yeah.
Key to the game is just toughness. Shoga and Bamisile just steady on the attack. They're big guards. They can get in there. They're not afraid. St. Louis not the shot blocking team, obviously, that VCU is, but the defense has to do a better job of keeping them out of the lane.
Well, here's Shoga. And he's just not the same free throw shooter he was a year ago. He was 88% from the free throw line last year. But he's been hovering around 72% this year. As McCautry checks in, Kobe Johnson checks out. Shoga makes the second one. We're tied up at 20.
See VCU extending pressure. Maybe they're trying to pick the pace of this game up by trapping and going after them a little bit. Maybe forcing St. Louis to play a little faster than they want to play.
Yeah, by the way, that's our first tie. Avila thought about the three. Clark came out to defend him.
See Jack Clark, 6'10". He can guard Avila. See there again, another deflection. Oh, right back at you.
Avila off the glass and fouled from behind. Anya found him. And that's his first bucket of the night.
Just an excellent pass. A great finish by Avila. I mean, Avila just really does a good job of finishing. He needed to see the rim to score a basket, Tom. He's been struggling a little bit thus far. He needed that.
And he converts the free throw. Last year, the country was basically introduced to him when he was at Indiana State. Partly because of the specs that he wears, the goggles.
Listen, I've been watching those specs since high school.
Yeah, I know you said that, right?
He's been giving them the business for a long time. Not a stranger to me.
4.5 to play in the first half. 3-point lead. Russell for three, and the tie.
They love that action, that handoff action.
Let me correct that. They did rule it a 2. I'm sure they'll look at it, but they did rule it a 2.
Yeah, I think he had his foot on the line, but
he did. You're right. Yep.
He had still great action there to get. Again, you got to get your shooters going. Russell, a prolific scorer, has been playing great the last few games. Really, really scoring the basketball at a high clip.
Shot clock is under 10. It's down to 4. Swope outside for McCautry for 3, and it's no good. So Jackson with the rebound. Russell for 3 again. In and out. Something's going on with the in and out, but Clark is able to clean it up off the tip from Furman.
No, I mean, just Tom, it's just offensive rebound after offensive rebound almost every possession. You're talking about a team that rebounds almost 40% of their misses. I mean, it has to be an emphasis, and I'm sure it is, but as I said before, they're so long and athletic and relentless.
Second chance points. They have 8. Jimerson can't convert. Shoga with the rebound. That was really good defense by VCU.
Yeah, good job there without fouling.
Swope. Bounce pass to McCautry. And he couldn't finish.
Just toughness.
Jackson for 3. Splash down.
It's pace. Remember, we talked about those runs. Ryan was talking about. He don't know when they're going to come, first half, second half. When you turn the basketball over, they're coming back the other way. You have to sprint back, which they are absolutely a team that's hard to deal with in transition.
Avila is fouled on the floor.
Got to get back in transition because this team is round tough. That's what they do. And 10 second chance points to 0. They're just so athletic. As I said before, you got to bring your hard hat, and that's why one of the keys to the game is toughness on the glass.
Well, out of this timeout, Avila will go to the free throw line. He's been held to 3 points so far, 1 for 1 from the free throw line.
Coach Schertz, he did say when they played VCU, he says he thought it was one of the best teams that they faced all season, one of the best teams in the league. He wasn't wrong about that, and their depth and their athleticism. Big time coach. There's a reason.
Taking center stage, he's the leader among Division I centers in points, 3-point field goals made per game, and assists, which is so important as he cans both free throws to make it a 2-point game.
Yeah, he's just got to find his rhythm. The athleticism of VCU is bothering him a little bit. Game playing very well for him. We'll see if he can change that moving forward.
Russell off the screen. Russell hesitation. Russell off the glass. It's good.
This guy can really score the basketball. Mid-range, gets to the rim, strong body. Tough competitor. He's home, right?
He's got to be careful. He's home. He's got to be careful. You know, there was a year where he had 10 technical fouls called. He's got 1 this year, and he was just jawed with Lamar Simpson, the official.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with Lamar.
Into some traffic, gives it to Jimerson. Shot clock is at 5. Jimerson throws it up. It's partially blocked. Bell comes down with the rebound.
You got to come down on 2 feet, shot fake, take the punishment. In transition, he's not afraid to hoist it. That's Mr. Russell.
Here's Jimerson in transition. Jimerson short, and he's fouled. Bamasil. There'll be 2 shots for Jimerson.
Bamasil going up. He thought, oh, anytime you swipe at the basketball, depending on the angle of the official, it's never good. Just going up with verticality, force him to make it on the run. How about Jimerson? Wow.
Couple misses now for the free throw line.
Talk about seeing the Easter Bunny. Something you'd never see.
Well, now a second shot as Jennings checks back in for VCU. Bamasil checks out. And he makes that one.
Still like the pace of this game for St. Louis. VCU likes to get high up in the 70s, close to the 80s. Right now, St. Louis holding them at bay. They just got to do a little bit better job of rebounding on the glass.
Here's Shoga assessing. Shoga turnaround jumper short. And a rebound taken off the floor by St. Louis.
Shoga thought he got fouled there.
29-26. Avila looking in, goes out for Anya. Swope is on the bench. 1 minute to play. Johnson discards the screen. Shot clock is under 10. Anya bounce pass to Jimerson. Reverse layup. What a beauty.
Same action they did earlier in the game. Anya to Jimerson, going back door.
And now Russell in the paint. Russell converts. 31-28.
See how they just come right back at you, Tom? You score, great play, they come right back at you.
And VCU calls a timeout. VCU has a 3-point lead, 31-28. The officials were looking to make sure that the clock was correct because time did wind down as the ball was just bouncing near the baseline. They've decided not to add any time. So this possession belongs to St. Louis. Why did VCU call the timeout there, Walkie? Is it just because they had to use it and lose it?
Yeah, probably because they had to use it, lose it, and in case, you know, they get a stop, shall I say, just draw the play up now or say, hey, this is what we're going to do if we get the stop.
Brian Odom's team is 10-0 at home. On the road, they're 6-4 between true road games like this and neutral site games. His dad won 406 games during his tremendous career.
Absolutely.
And here we go.
Another thing is, again, what play will they run here? What's their defensive responsibilities?
Swope is back in. Kobe Johnson brings the ball up.
Good job by Jennings. Not allowing Swope to get the basketball.
Now he's got it. Up front, covered by Jennings. Shot clock at 10, game clock at 11.
Good job not having a switch there by Jennings, fighting through that screen.
Avila caught the double team. Up top for Johnson for three. No good. Jennings with the rebound. Jennings from 3/4 court. And he chucks it into the baseline.
Good half.
Good half. You still think the pace is St. Louis's pace?
I definitely think the pace is St. Louis pace. And the bottom line is VCU has not made threes, and that's been able to keep the Lou in this game.
Started 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. 0 for their last 7 from beyond the arc. Bamasiel started out strong, number 22 for VCU. He's got 4 points. Remember, he had 23 in the previous outing. Meanwhile, Avila has been held to 5 points, and there are 5 hard points. 3 have come from the free throw line.
They've really done, shall I say, a good job of disrupting him with the double teams. They're switching on him, and as he puts it on the floor, if he tries to spin, and the other thing is that he's put himself at a deficit by making some tough passes that VCU has been able to turn them over on.
All right, so VCU this season plus 9.7 over the opposition in the second half. Remember, they trailed by 8 against St. Bonaventure this past Friday and then outscored them by 22. So here we go, second half action from St. Louis from Chaffetz Arena. Anya puts it on the deck, hands it off to Johnson. Johnson to the logo. Up top to Jimerson. Shot clock is at 10. Avila with his first touch in this possession. Outside for Johnson for 3. That's off the side. Rebound by Anya. Can't get the putback. Picked it up again. Battle for the loose ball. Throws it up for grabs. And VCU comes out of the pile with the basketball.
Yeah, good possession by both teams, really playing hard. And that is what Bamasiel can do. Not only can he make shots quickly, but he's really good at snaking and finishing tough shots in the lane.
Now that's light, but it is the largest lead of the night for VCU. 33-28. Avila lost control. There's the double team. A little help defense.
Anya not a three-point shooter, so Bamboye can actually help.
Jimerson from the corner, rattles it home. That's a tough shot.
You mentioned about that shooting form before. Like, it's so quick when he gets it up. You really have to stay attached to him at all times.
It's a 2-point lead for VCU. Third 3-pointer for the Billikens. They've been cool from beyond the arc recently. Clark hasn't taken many shots. That's in and out. And Jimerson with the rebound.
Yeah, I don't like that shot. Move that basketball around a little bit. Clark hadn't touched it in a while, so he hoisted one.
And Swope with the miss. Easy rebound for Clark.
We talked about Avila being quiet. Swope's been quiet as well. The key was doing the job on the big 3. I would say they've done a good job other than Jimerson.
Yeah, 10th offensive rebound for VCU. Bamboye pulls it down. Shulga spinning. Shulga to the basket. Foul going up. And he'll get 2 free throws as we reach 17:57 to play in the second half.
And such a key. Again, you see right here, put him in a hostage dribble, keeping Jimerson on his back, and then he's just too quick on Avila. But you know, them keeping Shulga, is huge. Like everyone talks about the job that Shaka Smart does or Purdue does in retaining their players. But you know what? VCU did a great job of player retention as well, and that's why they're picked to win this league.
Shulga makes the first one. He's got all kinds of objects in his eyesight as he fires that first free throw.
That's a first.
I mean, I have never seen that, except when you're driving by
Dunkin' Donuts,
a car repair company where they're streaming outside. What's the funniest thing that you remember seeing when you're taking a free throw? Is there anything that stood out?
I don't know if I can tell. I told a story the other day at dinner, and I got sued for it because I got to be careful. Because against Seton Hall,
I produced that.
No.
35-31.
Hilarious. It's a funny story.
Swope tried to draw the foul, and there it is. Jennings fouls him from behind.
Swope just constantly on the attack.
Jimerson the inbound to Swope. Swope for three. No good. Loose ball picked up by Clark. Here's Jennings. He'll attack Avila. And it's blocked. Avila gets the block. No foul. And now the big man brings it up.
Another turnover.
Yep. Clark was the right place, right time.
The length of VCU and the active hands. Look at
Bamisiel short. Boy, they're letting them play here in the second half, aren't they?
Good job behind you, not fouling there.
Here's Johnson left all alone along the baseline. Lays it in. Two-point game again.
Good job keeping them out of the lane. Very key. You don't want VCU driving. Nothing good happens. We're allowed to get in that lane and penetrate the shooters and get to the foul line.
Bamisiel crosses over into the paint. Runner is no good. Avila with the rebound.
So we talked about they've missed several, bunnies like that all game long.
Avila stepped to the basket off the glass. Oh, no, he didn't get to the glass. He was bumped by Clark.
His pace is starting to quicken. I think that favors VCU, especially with the short bench of the Billikens.
Bamisiel to the corner. Clark along the baseline. Left it for Bamboye, who was fouled by Anya. And Warlick is going to check in.
Driving baseline there. Out of position. Usually when fouls happen. Good job penetrating by Jack Clark. 6'10" player to put the ball on the floor. Very rare to see that, especially can make plays like he can. They're just like platoon, subbing. They just bring, it's like AAU, they just bring another five guys in.
Great depth. Russell from the corner. Russell cans it with his family in the background.
Just cannot leave him. I mean, he's constantly looking to score the basketball.
81st double-figure game in his career.
Quieted this crowd.
It sure did. Anya with the shot clock at 10.
They're just off their rhythm, When Swope and Avila not scoring, but if he's shouldering the load right now.
Yes, Jimerson got a little bit of daylight and he connected.
Yeah, he's making tough shots too, Tom. He's keeping them in this game. Good action. They're trying to get the ISO and get Zeb Jackson Jr. going with his left hand.
Each team with 7 second-half points. VCU's on top 38-35. Speaking of VCU, you can catch them in action as they host Richmond in another A-10 showdown Saturday at 4 Eastern right here on CBS Sports Network. I'll be venturing to Richmond for that game on Saturday.
Always a good one.
Always a great rivalry game. I mean, look how many times they've met. VCU does lead the all-time series 60-33. Last year, they split the two meetings. Their schools are about 6 miles away. Won't be making the trek from one spot to another. Chris Mooney's Richmond Spiders against the Rams of VCU.
Those little-known rivals that people don't know about all over the country, but it's certainly one in the city of Richmond for sure.
Well, back here, VCU will inbound 23 on the shot clock. Russell.
Good job taking away the lob for Bamisiel.
Back to Russell, fires the three. He's fouled. He'll get 3 shots. McCoughtry called for the foul, and it was very evident.
It's a function of running your cuts hard. Can't see it on the screen. Bamisiel runs one way to the corner. Russell sprints to the top. And Bamisiel acts as a decoy, and McCoughtry ended up fouling Russell because he's hot right now.
Mentioned Russell started his career here at St. Louis, went to Southeast Missouri State, then UT Arlington before heading to VCU. Converts the first free throw. 82% free throw shooter.
It's well-traveled players. Jack Clark's been to 4 schools, Tom. They got 5 guys with 5 years experience. I mean, that's what college basketball is right now. So many players. You got Zeb Jackson, Bamisiel, Shoga. These guys have been around a long time, as well as Russell.
Missed that first free throw, missed that second free throw, excuse me. We'll get a third here. Avila will check back in.
Great arena. I really love this place.
It's beautiful.
I mean, beautiful arena. Jackie Joyner, Kersey sitting next to us. I'm sure she likes to see the pace quicken a bit. What do you think?
I would agree that she probably does want to see the pace quicken a little bit. It's back to a 5-point game.
Swope has got to find his sweet spot, his rhythm. There you go, a little pick and pop.
Avila will go right to the rim. He had the three, but he discarded it to go right back to the basket.
Yeah, I like that decision. He saw a lane, and he just needs to see the ball go in the basket right now.
Ooh, that was a travel. Going. Yeah, a little carry by Russell. Here's Avila.
That's why he's a top scoring center in the country. It's his versatility. See, shot fake, Bill going for the shot fake because he can't make that shot. No one there to block his shot. Just a super skilled basketball player at his size.
And you said you saw him in the AAU circuit when he was in high school.
Oh, man, used to do the same stuff. He say, don't let the smooth taste fool you. He'll get after you. There's another guy that wore goggles back in the day, if you know what I mean. He was
pretty darn good.
He was pretty darn good, too.
Avila spitting in the paint, throwing
there he goes.
Kiss off the glass, and a chance to tie it from the free throw line.
Well, that center ISO, they confuse him in the first half. You see Bill, they're trying to guard him. Herman late on the double. Just the ability to snake through that and not travel and finish with the left hand, special.
Scored over 1,000 points in 2 years at Indiana State. Followed Josh Schertz here to St. Louis. Said he trusted him when he became a college player, and he trusted him again.
Well, starting to get into this game. That's what they need. This place can get very loud.
Zeb Jackson, he may have gotten away with a travel, but he's fouled going up.
So good, just so athletic as that quick first stretch coming off of that action where they get those handoffs. They just want to attack that paint.
It's Zeb Jackson to the free throw line. Jackson missed the first 4 games of the season with a broken hand. Had a pin inserted into that hand. He didn't know, or still doesn't really know, when he sustained the injury.
That's pretty odd.
It's very odd. That doesn't usually happen. That doesn't usually happen until you're in your 50s.
I know, right?
When things all of a sudden start to crackle.
We start texting too much in your finger. You get no carpal tunnel.
Well, that could be it too. Makes both free throws, back to a lead, 42-40.
Applying a little bit of pressure forecourt wise. Still think the pace favors St. Louis, allowing them to run their offense. There's a mismatch here. We'll see if they come with the double.
Avila backing his way in. Furman's there to help. Avila slips the pass to Warlick, and Warlick is fouled going up, and he'll go to the free throw line.
So you can't let him see it. See, Furman can't. If he can see it, he's such a skilled passer. He has vision right there. So you let him see it, and you got players that are cutting. And Warlick right there just relocating. That's what he did on Furman.
I will say that even threading that needle in the tight traffic is a skill.
Oh, yeah, no question. You got a guy. And here's the key. He's a willing passer. He's looking to make plays. Not only can he score 18 a game, he looks to make plays for his teammates. That's what makes him doubly dangerous.
Well, now the second free throw. This will tie the game up if he makes it at 42. They had to make sure that Swope and Russell were adhering to the dress code. He makes it 42 all, 14-16 to play in the second half.
Yeah, good game in the A-10 right here. You showed
really
that top of the A-10. Yep. Very, very tough.
It's a very competitive conference.
Dayton, George Mason, VCU, St. Louis. To name a few, I mean, it's any given night. St. Bonaventure, great league.
Great league, great coaches. Shulga cut off in the double team, now a triple team. Out to Clark, shot clock at 8.
Pass. Furman
underneath. Furman can't convert. And they'll call a foul on Warlick. That'll be 2 shots for Furman.
Marcy getting it from the crowd right now. Good drive by Jack Clark. His versatility at 6'10 is pretty good. And they're coming there. Warlick, looks like Warlick got him on the arm.
Well, it's not the worst thing. Furman,
I was going to say,
11 of 22 from the free throw line.
Good turnover.
First of 2. It's no good. This is what we're talking about as far as the conference goes. VCU at 6-1, George Mason at 6-1, and then you got St. Louis,
Right, Martin,
and then Dayton.
Yeah,
will be here at St. Louis on Friday, and Furman missed both free throws. St. Bonaventure's up by 21 on Dayton right now.
This league, I'm telling you, is so unpredictable.
Strange.
You're talking about Dayton beat UConn. Dayton played Carolina close.
Kobe Johnson for three. It's good. And the lead.
That three ball is good for whatever else you're driving to the rim.
Jennings up top to Shoga.
Oh, wow. Looks like Shoga may have got away with shuffling his feet.
He may have.
I don't know if he had control of the ball, though.
Shot clock is at 10. Clark misses.
Yeah, VCU's got to figure something out offensively, for sure. A little bit stymied right now. Need to get Banassil back into the game.
Bobby Love down low, and it's out of bounds.
Avila may need a blow. He may need a blow, Tom. He's a little tired, a little winded.
The average is about 33 minutes per game. Yeah, here comes the blow. Picard will check in.
He's the kind of guy, you go to the park and you picking guys, you picking him. If you want to stay up all day.
Yeah, if you want to control the court.
Control the court. He's the guy you pick for sure. He's well beyond his years. Oh, Shoga had a shot. Wants to get trying to post Kobe. That's a shot right there that he can make. They've missed a lot of those shots.
Yeah. They're going to call the foul on St. Louis. I think it's Picard who's called for the foul, 35.
Yeah, Fisher, James Breland all on it. That's definitely a foul. Got to move. That's good. A good offensive rebounder. Slides and moves to catch the basketball, to get the basketball. You got to have a nose for the ball, Tom. That's what they say. You got to want the basketball. It's hard to box out a moving target.
I really thought Picard had his hand on the ball, and then it curled as they were battling for it. Bamboye missed
3 straight free throws.
Yep. And Warlick with the rebound. They've got numbers. Swope will bring it up. Swope going right to the rim. Swope left it for Picard. He lost it.
I thought Swope should have kept that one and gone up.
Long bounce pass. Bamboye.
The transition defense got Billikens sprinting back.
And Shoga throws it away.
I mean, again, they have open shots. They're just trying to, they got a 7-footer. They're trying to get a 4-footer. I mean, they just take what the defense gives you and give the Billikens credit with the resistance and the physicality the second half.
They're going to change up the defense here. Going a little zone, VCU.
Trying to keep them out of the lane and not allow Avila to post up.
Let's see him go to the free throw line.
A different way.
Here's Jimerson. They kick it back up for Swope.
Very long, so it's very effective with all the length.
Shot clock is at 5. Jimerson lets it fly. No good. Warlick with the rebound. And the freshman goes up. .11:39 to play in the second half. We got ourselves a ball game. Bigger lead than 5 points. And the largest run is the 7-0 run by VCU. That was back in the first half with 2:54 to play. Offensive rebounds. There was 9 offensive rebounds at half for VCU. They've gotten 2 in the second half. So minor adjustment for St. Louis.
Yeah, they've stymied VCU, and we were talking during the break about VCU just missing so many close shots. And maybe they have open shots and they're a little bit gun shy on taking them instead of just driving the basketball and just taking controlled jumpers. But give the Billikens credit. They've been physical at the point of attack and not allow them to make those shots they normally make.
Warlick with a little smirk on his face after converting that free throw.
Big game for freshmen have to step up.
Largest lead for St. Louis tonight, 47-42. 11:39 to play in the second half. Clock continues to run. Billikens are 9 for 13 from the free throw line. Bamisiel for 3, short. Ball tipped by Jennings and out of bounds. And Russell check back in for Jennings.
Yeah, Jennings gave him some good minutes. Freshman, I really like him. I think he has a chance to be really good. But they got to get that score, and they got to find a way to generate some offense. With full court pressure. See if Clark runs and jumps at him.
Kobe Johnson.
Oh, foul.
That foul is going to be called on Russell. He can't believe it. Look at him rolling on the floor.
I know him say, what? What was that?
Yeah, James Breeding making that call.
And that's usually a foul on the screener.
Yeah, watch number 1 for VCU.
It's a screen.
It's interesting.
Maybe a no call.
Yeah.
So you could see the double team, Tom. Good job. Remember the bit more size coming at him. He's farther away from the rim.
Shot clock down to 5. Jimerson up top for Johnson. Shot clock at 2. Johnson over the top of Shulga, and it's a shot clock violation. Jimerson should have taken that, you think?
Probably. I think he was open enough to shoot. It still would have been a tough shot for him, but maybe he could have driven and maybe gotten a foul.
47-42.
It's better than turnover, Tom. It's better than a live ball turnover. You got the lead, time and score.
Nice pass. Clark converts off the pass from Bamisiel.
Yeah, good action off that screen. On the weak side, good cut by Clark. Got to put a hand up. Got to get some hand pressure on the pass. Think about this VCU team. You can't count them out because their spurt ability.
And Avila can't get the angle, but he'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Jack Clark's trying to help off that cutter right there. You're leaving probably the most dangerous guy on the floor open because he has so many things in his bag. He can dribble and he can dribble, pass, and shoot better than any big guy in the country.
He's got 10 points. Make it 11. Feathers the front of that rim.
Wyandotta's group has not played great tonight. I mean, it's just a shell of themselves and what they can do. And they haven't been able to, they've gotten some turnovers, but they haven't been able to convert, Tom.
Zeroing in on the halfway point of the second half. Avila 6 for 6 from the free throw line now. Russell to the logo, Bamisiel. Bamisiel leads it, switches hands, no good. Rebound by Avila.
That was another missed shot going to the rim. Good job of playing basketball, defending without fouling.
VCU forces the turnover. Shulga going right to the rack, and he'll go to the free throw line.
It's got to be an N1. It's got to be an N1. They cannot make those layups. But another turnover once again. Those live ball turnovers. They fouled there by Jimerson. Shulga's upset with himself. He says, I cannot believe I missed that. They're so fast. When they get it, they're gone.
Oh, yeah. Converts the first free throw. Just 6 points for Shulga. He averages over 15 per game.
He's not making as many threes as he made last year.
I mean, seriously. He makes the second one. All right, now it goes down. 49-46, St. Louis on top of VCU. 9:44 to play. You can see the turnovers. St. Louis has turned it over 11 times. VCU has turned it over 4 times, but it's an equal amount of points.
It is, and you know, VCU's going to be kicking themselves, particularly if they lose this game. There's plenty of game left, but they have just missed so many easy shots off of these live ball situations. And then this is the strength of the way they win. And then we'll see with 9 minutes and 44 seconds to go if they can correct that. And if they can, they'll be in a good spot. And if you're Ryan Oden, you're down 3 points. You're shooting 3 for 19 from 3. That is some optimism there, but they certainly have to get it going in a hurry.
Yeah, and meanwhile, St. Louis not shooting much better from beyond the arc. 4 of 16. Their last 3 games, they're at 22% from beyond the arc. And VCU forces another turnover. Oh, no, they're going to say that VCU tipped it.
Put that pressure on. I like this because they turned the basketball over.
I guess he did get it.
Russell's going to get after Avila right here. Yes, definitely got to give that up. And I'll tell you, Swope has been very quiet, Tom. It's been a very tough game for him.
Yeah, just 2 points for Swope. Jimerson. Well, he tried to go bounce pass for Warlick, but it was cut off. Here comes Jackson in transition. Jackson with his left hand, his stronger hand, able to convert to make it a 1-point game.
That's what they do so well. When you get in there, you got to drive and kick the basketball. This is what they want. That's what they want. They want to speed you up, get you to take a tough shot, and here they come again.
Russell, nice shot fake, going along the baseline, kicks it out. Jackson for 3. Yes!
Just like that. That's how fast it is. Started with them picking up full court. You see their bench is up.
It's a 7-0 run. Jimerson quiets it for a moment.
I mean, you got to be tough when you go in there, Tom. You have to really be physical when you get in there because there's so many hands and shot blockers coming at you. See Zeb Jackson, that's what he does so well. He's so fast, and he's an excellent finisher in transition and knocking down the triple, something he's got better and better at his career. And right there, Jimerson just, again, as I said, he's a tremendous shooter, but sometimes you got to put it on the deck. You got to get physical, and you got to make a play.
Kobe Johnson checks out for St. Louis. Zeb Jackson checks out. And Jimerson converts. Jackson, by the way, checks out. I think that's 4 fouls on him. I believe that's who they called it against, and I think he was surprised it was against him.
They don't need him, so we got to be careful.
Russell tried to draw the foul, throws it off the top of the backboard. Swope for 3. It's good.
Kotri, the freshman, what a tremendous pass. Pitch and catch. Bad defense.
And Shulga can't convert. It's in and out. Avila's kind of controlled the boards in the second half for St. Louis. Here's Swope again. Swope. He and Avila played the last couple of years together, and Avila just threw that one away. Under 8 minutes to play in the second half. It's a 4-point lead for St. Louis. Zeb Jackson just picked up his 4th for VCU, so he's on the bench. Warlick has 3. Anya has 3 for St. Louis. VCU will have the basketball. They'll inbound. Down 4, 55-51.
A lot of ball game left.
Let's
see if VCU has another spurt in them.
They're going to get McCautry on a hold. And that's going to send Russell to the free throw line. That's his 2nd foul. That's kind of a silly foul.
Yeah, Russell's always moving. It's hard to guard. See, they're coming back in with Kobe Johnson for the freshman. West Virginia last year.
Yeah, Kobe Johnson, 3 years at West Virginia, 92 games, 34 starts.
It's college basketball. You got to know all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to be an announcer these days, brother. Trust me on that. They're all well traveled. Well, Jack Clark is 70, right?
Yep. Russell converts his 14th point. He's 3 of 4 from the line. And he converts even though he had a hubcap staring him in the face.
You love that.
I love all those things.
Be nice. Swope can have a nice 8 minutes to finish this game off. Be great for St. Louis.
Anya working against VCU's defense on the block. Gave up his dribble. He better get rid of it. He does so. Avila, shot clock is at 8. Avila going to the basket, and his pass is knocked out of bounds by Bamasiel.
I'll give Jack Clark credit. He's done a really good job on Avila. I mean, he's getting his numbers, but it's very, very tough for them to happen. And Shoga just would not let Jimerson get that ball. Really trying to take him out of the game.
Shot clock is at 6 off this inbounds.
There's plenty of time to get a couple.
And it's stolen by Bamasiel, and he went on along the sidelines. He got it, and then Bam stepped right on the sidelines.
Right in front of the Olympian.
Yeah, they're going to reset the shot clock to just 20, not
right.
30.
So Shoga's done a really good job of blowing up those screens, not allowing 24 Jimerson to get the basketball.
Kobe Johnson up top for Swope. Shot clock is at 5. Whistle blows. Now that foul is going to be called against VCU. And Russell.
As you were counting, as you were saying it, Tom, it's like, why foul at that point? At that point, Folks is getting ready to hoist a step back three. And Russell thought he pushed off with the chicken wing.
Front of the 1-on-1 is no good. Bamasiel with the easy rebound.
Yeah, Swope doesn't look comfortable. I mean, he's just not his normal self. Extremely good scorer. A tough one tonight.
Well, VCU can tie this or take the lead. Russell, little hesitation, 17-footer, no good. He thought he was fouled. Jimerson with the rebound.
Kobe Johnson, great job of catching up to him.
Jimerson throws it up and in and out. Rebound, though, by Slew. And out of bounds. Anya's pass over to Swope was a little too hard off his fingertips.
I mean, every single time they get a chance to break this game open, snake bitten on certain plays. Swope's got to relocate. That's what you got to relocate and give Anya a better angle on that pass. Both these teams are playing tough, hard-nosed defense right now, taking away things that they like to do.
Bamasiel grazes the front of the rim. Avila with the rebound. Again, a 2-point lead for St. Louis.
Another one of those chippies that Bamasiel normally makes.
There's the double team against Avila. Kicks it to the corner for Kobe Johnson. Tough spot to give up your dribble. Jimerson, reverse layup, no good. Ball is deflected. Bamasiel with the rebound.
So much length and athleticism. See if Shoga can get to the rim off this ball screen.
He'll take a 3, too strong. He tried to bank it. And Clark saves it, but he's out of bounds. Zeb Jackson will check back in with 4 fouls. Bamasiel will take a breather.
Save him for that last 4-minute run, but I'll tell you this, that's been a lid on the basket.
It really has.
for VCU, they cannot make a 3-point shot. Credit St. Louis for their attention to detail. And getting there on those shots, forcing them to miss.
Furman comes in. Bamboye checks out. And now Kobe Johnson will reset the offense once they break the press. Johnson, Avila stopped. Tried to sweep it underneath. He does. Up to Anya, and he lays it in.
Yeah, once he gets deep like that and he has his balance and his feet under him, tough to stop. Ryan Odom thought there was a travel there on Avila. No travel there.
How about that little swing pass, though?
Tactician. Maestro when he gets in there. Well, he's one of the best in the country.
12 points, 5 rebounds, now 3 assists. He has turned it over 5 times, which ties his season high. To the corner, Clark for 3. It's no good. Kobe Johnson with the rebound. Quickly up to Jimerson. Jimerson into the front court, swings it up top for Anya. Back to Jimerson for 3. It's good.
Sprinting. That's something that they work on. And that Anya, that's like a screen, that low handoff. And you let a marksman like him get open any type of daylight, you can forget about it. That's triples.
21 points. He's on the doorstep of 2,200 for his career. First time with more than 2 3-pointers since January 8th. There are his numbers. 50% from the floor overall.
Yeah, Swope's been down, and he's carried them. That's for sure. I'll tell you one thing. St. Louis has done a great job defensively, physically, with VCU, which normally does not happen.
Jackson can't convert. Anya with the rebound. VCU now 5 of 18 from beyond. 4 of 23 from beyond the arc. They have it at a point in the last 3.5 minutes. Avila tried to throw that out of a double team. He does. That's a tough pass. There's a lot of contact.
Lucky.
Shot clock is at 7. Anya to the logo. Shot clock is at 5. Curls off the screen. Leaves it for Avila. Has it knocked away.
Block by Jack Clark.
Man. 4 minutes to play. Russell for 3. No good. And Shoga over the back. 3 minutes and 58 seconds left here in this A-10 battle. John Church's team defensively has done its job so far against Ryan Odom's team. Last 9 possessions for VCU, no field goals, 2 free throws, 1 turnover. So all these missed shots.
They forced 16 turnovers and only been able to get 12 points out of those turnovers.
Swope makes the first free throw. He now has 6 points.
4 for 26 from 3 from VCU. I mean, that tells a lot right there about where this game is. Playing on the road, tough in college basketball. Crowd's been great energy.
He makes the second free throw. He builds the lead to 9, largest of the night for the Billikens.
Well, understand something. 4 minutes in college basketball is an eternity. Don't count the Rams out yet.
Yeah, because they can score in spurts. There's Bamasil. Nice Euro step to get that free. Also a very good seal underneath to give him some freedom.
They finally got a chippy, an easy one to fall because they've missed a ton of those tonight.
And he's been held to 8 points.
That's,
that's low for him. He averages just under 17. And Avila draws the foul. So watch this freedom that Bamasil has thanks to Furman.
Yeah, Furman. Oh yeah, good job there by Furman. Sealing Avila, can't get to him.
Avila is 6 for 6 from the free throw line.
Such a good player. I mean, just a treasure to have. Following, as you mentioned, following Coach Church from Indiana State.
He's great for college basketball, goggles and all. Tried contacts at one point, didn't work out. That was in high school.
Hey, if it ain't broke.
Zeb Jackson, Furman. Block from Anya. Rejection.
See Coach Odom signaling in the trap.
Under 3 to play.
And no need to foul here. You still got plenty of time.
Avila swings it down, cut off. Here's the turnover. Jackson running the floor with Bamasil. Bamasil with a jab.
7-point game. Again, they're going to look the trap. Try to quicken the pace and turn the basketball over. Create a helter-skelter type of game. The last 2 minutes of change. Oh, wow. And Breland said something. I'm sure the VCU bench wanted to travel. There's a foul there.
Yeah, Shoga with a little bump. And it sends Johnson to the free throw line. 67%.
It's called winning time. The last 4 minutes. Part of winning time is making free throws.
They missed that one.
If you think about it, I mean, obviously St. Louis hopes he makes his free throw. If he misses and they come down and make a three, they haven't been do that. They've been able to do that tonight. It's going to be a two-possession game.
Converts that one. He doesn't take many free throws. Josh Church's team is up 65-57. His first year here at St. Louis. They've already matched last year's A-10 victory total.
They've done a fantastic job. Had a chance to spend some time with a great staff.
Jimerson fouls Shoga. It'll be 2 shots.
Yeah, they did a great job of preparing his team for this game. Just watching every coach being involved. See Shoga driving here. Easy call by the refs. Physical. It's too physical by Jimerson. You got Corey Tate on the bench. A holdover from Travis. Travis's staff last year.
First shot is good.
Coach Jason Tatum. How about that, Travis? Corey Tate, Coach Jason Tatum, Coach Bradley, Billy Lee. I mean, they had to keep him around. Make sure they continue to get that talent here in St. Louis.
Shoga makes both free throws. Warlick will check in. You know, Josh Church said to us today, he said, I might have to go to zone early. He hasn't gotten a zone at all in this game.
At all. They've been doing a good job of just standing their ground, which is good.
Two minutes left here in the second half. Swope to the paint. Swope tried to pass it down low. He's fouled on the floor. He'll get 2 shots.
He's got 2 key players from Indiana State he brought with him. I mean, just huge. So just keeping the freshman on his hip is a wise veteran move. And when Josh Church took over for Travis Ford, I mean, this is a proud program, you know. He's always been a winner. 415 wins. Church has been a winner everywhere he's been.
He had 11 straight 20-win seasons, 4 30-win seasons when he was at Lincoln Memorial Division II school. Swope missed the first one, made the second one.
A lot of game left.
Yeah, 1:50 to play. Jackson for 3. May have been touched. Clark with the rebound. Right to Johnson, though. And Russell fouls him.
Ryan Odom says, what are you doing? Seth, what are you doing?
Somewhat of a panic move there.
Yeah, I mean, just, again, you know, you can have a game plan, but it comes down to making smart decisions. You're talking about the game still in the balance. You're down 7 points. You score. You still put the pressure on the Billikens to continue to make baskets. Just a poor decision there by Zeb Jackson.
That one took a little extra tour around the rim.
And one thing we found out in college basketball, like, doesn't matter how much time's on that clock, anything's happening. That Arizona game the other night, my goodness. You got to play it to the end.
Back-to-back made free throws.
Shoga's got to be aggressive.
Russell for 3, short. Rebound tipped around. Shoga with the rebound. Back to Russell. It remains VCU basketball, 17 on the shot clock.
They got really scored quickly here, but they're going to review this.
Yeah, they're going to make sure that it was touched last by St. Louis. So within 2 minutes of regulation and overtime, there are things that they can take a look at. I don't know. Russell may have touched the last.
Yeah, you're right. From that view, you see Jimerson says, let's roll that tape.
Yeah, Russell touched. Well, I don't know. I can't tell if Jimerson hit it after Russell right there.
Yeah, right there. See, his body kind of just right in front on that frame where we just couldn't see it. Kind of shielded us.
Right there, Russell, and then.
Oh, no.
I think that's
tough to see.
It's really tough to see. I can't tell.
We'll leave it to the professionals. We'll leave it to the veterans in the stripes to get it done. But that was a really tough angle to see who was the last one to touch it.
Well, this is a big call right here.
Huge call.
With 1:28 left to play in the second half.
And I've said this, I keep repeating it ad nauseum. If they can make a three, because they haven't been able to do it. If they can make a three and they give them the basketball, it looked like it'd be a two-possession game, but the ball looks like it's going to St. Louis now.
They switched it, yeah. They're giving it to St. Louis, so that's what they can look at within 2 minutes. And it's going to be St. Louis basketball with 1:28 to play. One more look. See right there, Russell hits it.
And then Russell hit it again.
Yeah, it was Russell's hand. That's a good call.
He's got to get it right, but look for VCU to put the full court press on to get a trap, try to get a rotation and a steal.
How long do they wait? How long do they wait before they foul?
Trap, and foul, right? I mean, it's that time now.
Okay.
So you trap, maybe get another trap, and then you're going to have to foul. Definitely don't foul 24. I know it's been tough for him tonight. Don't foul him.
He and Avila have been hot.
Yeah, I'd foul the freshman.
Oh, they get it to Warlick. Warlick is going to be chased down by Russell.
Wow, it looked like he extended the arm. You see Brian Odom saying the same thing. See if he fouled him first. Oh, wow. How about that call, Tom?
Yeah, he did put his arm out.
Put his arm out.
So Warlick, the freshman, will go to the free throw line.
Nice to be at home.
Yeah, 4 for 4, 5 for 5 from the line.
He's having it. How about playing a big young man against VCU?
Well, I remember Kellen Thames, the 6'5 sophomore, isn't able to play tonight. He may not be able to play the rest of the year. So Warlick's numbers are increasing tonight, and a foul called on, I guess it's Warlick. No, Kobe Johnson.
Yeah, Kobe Johnson reaching in. Wow.
Now that'll send Bamasiel to the free throw line.
Bamasiel's had a tough night tonight. Given what happened in the Siegel Center a few games ago, he played excellent 4 threes.
Well, just 6 points, 7 points now.
Playing on the road is tough in college basketball. I tell people all the time, it's not as easy as you think. No matter what you're ranked, you fall on the road in the tough environment. Bamasiel missed out. Going back to VCU.
We corrected it. He has 11 points in tonight's game.
If they can get this in and somehow get a 3, they bring Anya back in for defense. They can make it a 2-possession game. It'll make this thing very interesting.
Yeah, and barely any time's come off the clock.
Comes that handoff. He's got to shoot that.
Shogun for 3. There it is. It's a 2-possession game. 69-63, 1:11 to play. One more tick went off. For those of you tuning in for the college basketball game between Cincinnati and Utah, you'll be able to find it streaming free on the CBS Sports app or at cbssports.com/CBSSN as soon as it tips off. And of course, we'll get you out there immediately after the conclusion of this ball game.
There's a fight in the stands. Look, there's a fight.
Yeah, it's a lot of energy in this facility. Here's that last bucket for Shoga.
They're just coming off that handoff.
You don't often see this in college basketball, but there is a heck of a brawl going on in the stands.
Oh, wow.
And the police officers and the security have come over and tried to help out almost immediately to slow it all down.
Just an ugly end into a really good game.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, all the players are looking up, the coaches are looking up, people have their cameras out, which in this day and age is not a shock.
By the VCU bench.
Oh, they're really having a tough time. They really are having a tough time of making sure that this is stopped. Once it started piling on the stairwell, it was hard to peel it back.
My goodness. We got to get that under control. There's no place for that in college basketball. Or in any sports venue, for that matter.
At all.
And good showing by St. Louis. Want to make sure we end this with class.
Yeah, it's never really that important to have this happen at any kind of a game.
No question.
We don't know what was said, what started it.
Again, you know, St. Louis is winning the basketball game, and let's make sure this ends the right way. Now let's get the focus on the game.
Let's get the focus on the game and nothing else.
They played excellent. St. Louis has played excellent basketball.
This has been a solid college basketball game, and there's
really
no need to have this happen at the end.
Yeah, no question. You give Josh Schertz and his crowd and his group some credit. They played excellent. They controlled the pace. They played a physical game.
And there's still plenty of game left, and now the fighting starts again.
It's happening right by that VCU area. Cooler heads will prevail, and we've got 1 minute and 10 left.
Well, Cincinnati and Utah is underway and now available streaming free on the CBS Sports app or at cbssports.com/CBSSN. We'll get you out there as soon as this one is over. And the security staff here is still dealing with what's happening in the stands as the coaches are trying to get their team focused on the last 110 because there's plenty of time left to play.
We got to get this under control.
Yeah, here's the reset. It's a 6-point game. Timeouts, 1 for VCU, 2 for St. Louis. Both teams will be shooting 2. Now the possession arrow belongs to VCU.
Yeah, the refs at the table.
I think the officials just making sure the clock is right.
I mean, I've done a lot of games in my lifetime. I don't think I've ever seen this. Coach played, announced.
Well, it's given each team an extra chance for a breather.
Yes, it has.
Lamar Simpson, the officiating crew here tonight.
Yeah, they're going to probably have to get some people to exit the building. See Lamar Simpson sitting there just waiting it out. I mean,
the problem is too, it is very close to the VCU bench, and that's why they have to get it cleared out.
No doubt. And again, like I said, obviously there's no place for this in college basketball or any sports venue for that matter, but to give the crowd control people at St. Louis credit for trying to manage it as best you can in a situation like that. There's a lot of people here, and it's not easy.
Just a reminder of the importance of this ball game. VCU and George Mason each at 6-1, but right on their heels is St. Louis at 5-2. So this is important. Again, St. Louis and VCU battled each other earlier a couple weeks ago, and VCU won that game at the Siegel Center rather easily.
Yeah, they get the split. It's a team that was picked to win the league, along with Dayton. It's huge for this St. Louis program. Was trying to have a resurgence here under Josh Schertz. Got a great crowd here to make sure this ends the right way as he's coaching his team and not focus on the melee.
Right, and the officials are waiting for the folks that began the incident in the stands to be escorted out before they restart this game, which I think is the smart thing to do, because as we mentioned,
yes,
it was happening very close to the VCU bench.
Yeah, that would be the last thing that we would want to happen.
Right.
Something like that. And, you know, we got to get the adults to be adults here. We got to cool it down a little bit.
And a reminder, Cincinnati and Utah now streaming at on the CBS Sports app and at cbssports.com/CBSSN. And we'll get you out to this one as soon as possible. But we still got a very important 1 minute and 10 seconds left to play in this second half. That's the important part.
And the thing is, you got players on the floor who probably have relatives in the game, Tom. I mean, that have relatives in the stands. That's why we got to get this under control before they started.
Right. All right, so James Breeding is telling the players to get back on the floor. So we will restart with 1:10 to play. 5 on the floor for St. Louis. It's Warlick, Johnson, Jimerson, Swope, and Avila. Meanwhile, for VCU, it's going to be Bamasiel, Clark, Zeb Jackson, Shulga, and Russell. They'll get it into Jimerson. They double team, try to trap, and there's the foul. Zeb Jackson will be called for his 5th foul. And only 2 seconds went off the clock, but Zeb Jackson will check out with 5 fouls.
Yeah, so they wanted the foul, and then they got the trap. The rotation was a little bit late, but he's going to have to foul no matter what.
And it's going to send Kobe Johnson to the free throw line. I mentioned that Johnson hasn't been a prolific free throw shooter. He hasn't really visited the line that often during the season, but tonight he's been busy.
That's why it's a good foul. Make sure you foul the right guy.
There you see what we're talking about. He's got 17 tonight. Make it 18. And again, it's moved it to a 3-possession game.
I'm talking about the guy averaged 4.9 that got 17. That made up for Swope not having the game that he normally has. Someone's got to always step up. You want to win big games. He's done that tonight.
Second shot is good. 71-63. 1:08 to play.
Still time. They can get a 3-point shot.
Swope is on Shulga.
Wow, by Swope. You can't shake him.
Yeah, they got to get to the bucket. There's the foul on Swope. That's not what you wanted to have happen if you're St. Louis.
Yeah, you don't want the clock stopped and them scoring. Swope there just sliding his feet. Yeah, that's a tough call there. Impeding his progress, but Swope, I think he slid and had his body in the right position there.
First free throw is good.
Obviously, they're going to trap again, full court. See if they can get a steal on that rotation this time. And maybe they can get a 5-second call and get them to throw an errant pass.
Second shot is good, so they answer the free throws made by St. Louis with the free throws of their own. Warlick will check back in with 4 fouls.
2-possession game.
And a timeout called with 49 seconds to play. St. Louis calls the timeout. Each team now down to 1 timeout. 71-65. All right, give me a little strategy here. What's going to happen? Is it the same concept?
Yeah, same concept. I got to get the ball in bounds, though. I mean, you want to get it to you want to get it to Jimerson if possible. So we'll see if they change their alignment on who takes the ball out and where. That's important. And the one thing is, you want to make sure if you're the Billikens, you have 1 timeout left. You cannot afford to give up a 5-second ball. If you're going to throw it away or anything like that, just call timeout. Don't give them a chance to score. It's a 2-possession game. God forbid you throw it in bounds, they make a 3, now you're a 1-possession game. Very very good. I mean, nothing surprises me. It's 50 seconds on the clock and 2 possessions. Anything is possible, and especially when you put young men in tough situations, particularly a guy like Warlick, who's a freshman, never been in many situations like this in college basketball.
No. All right, so they're going to trigger the inbound from the baseline. They've got Warlick, Johnson, and Avila. They're all starting beyond the baseline.
I thought they'd change the alignment. They want to get Jimerson the ball, trap him, don't foul him.
And he speeds away, and he's fouled from behind. They eventually had to do that.
Yeah, definitely don't want to let him out of the trap. You had him in the corner with the baseline, being another defender, and you allowed him to spin away. But those are always tough.
71-65. You know, I wondered after that delay, it was about 7 minutes, what kind of an effect it might even have on the shooters.
And we'll see right here, this guy's pretty much automatic.
Has no effect on him. He cans the first one.
VCU another opportunity. They got to score quickly and then again try to create a turnover. Jimerson's had a fantastic game. I'm ready to cut you off. He's had a fantastic game.
Second shot is good. They're not going to press at all. They're just going to let VCU bring it up.
Yeah, no reason. They went to a zone here.
Yeah, he said he was going to go to the zone. He thought he was going to have to do it earlier. Here's Phillips for 3, no good. Ball tipped around. Avila with the rebound. He'll hold on to it, gets it to Swope. 30 seconds left. Fans are sensing it here. Russell called for the foul. And I believe that's it for him also.
Yeah, great showing by the Billikens. You see the appreciation by the crowd.
And Russell in his homecoming here to St. Louis. He'll foul out.
Tough night for the Rams. They showed a shell of themselves of what they've been able to do, but they, I mean, Tom, they could not make a three-point shot, and they could not make any of those bunnies they normally make, and we got to give credit to the Billikens and their preparation, their staff, and then their toughness, and they answered the bell against a team that had won 6 in a row.
And now the second free throw from Swope. It's good. 75-65, largest lead of the night for St. Louis. 25 seconds to play. Bamasiel for 3, no good. Ball tipped around. Phillips underneath. Bunny hop to the basket, lays it in. And they fouled Jimerson. And Jimerson will go back to the free throw line for 2.
The crowd didn't like that.
No, they're probably going to look at it.
He's trying to get him from behind.
He didn't mean to hit him.
That'd be tough. Come on, Jimerson's a tough kid. Can knock these free throws down. Just a hard foul.
He's got 23 points. And he makes the first one, 24. 18 seconds left.
It was 10-1 at home. Now going to be 11-1 at home. It's been a tough place. I've told you before, as a coach, I've been here. This has always been a great environment.
After the miss. And a foul called, I believe, on Anya for St. Louis. Well, that was silly. With 18 seconds left. Anya's got 10 rebounds tonight to go along with 5 assists.
He's had a lot of success at having double-digit rebounds. Might be in his 11th double-digit rebound of the season.
So now Clark has 2. And he makes the first one. Warlick will check in. Second shot is good. I don't know if he tried to miss that. They get it into Jimerson, who's fouled by Shoga. And Shoga, that's his 5th foul, so he's going to be out. He'll leave with 14 points and 5 rebounds.
Yeah, I think that might be it after this. No matter what happens with VCU, they're not going to foul anymore.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, it's academic at this point.
Yeah, they'll send Jimerson to the free throw line.
Just not a great night for the Rams. They'll rebound 6 in a row, and at the end at some point.
Yeah, they've got Richmond coming up this weekend, and then St. Louis has Dayton, which got beat up tonight by St. Bonaventure on Friday.
Good game, man. They'll get a good crowd for that game, especially after this showing.
Yep. First free throw is good by Jimerson. Here comes the second one. He's had himself a heck of a night.
I'm sure this loss will get the Rams' attention as they play their rival as well in Richmond.
26 points for Jimerson. Jennings up the floor. Jennings hesitates. Tries to throw it to the corner. Stolen away. Ball is loose. That's going to do it. VCU's 6-game winning streak comes to a close. And St. Louis wins it tonight by a final score of 78-69.